Day 226 solo traveling, and it's leaving day. We're going home today. I spent so many days, weeks even, thinking about this moment during my trip, especially at the beginning. I spent so many weeks sad already about the day that I would have to leave. Like, how is it going to feel to go back to London? How is it going to feel to have that flight booked? How is it going to feel going to the airport knowing that we're leaving, like this chapter is closed? And you know what? I'll be honest, I booked the flight about a week ago and it was tough. It was definitely tough to accept that, okay, like it's time to go home now. Even though it's the logical thing to do, it doesn't change the fact that it's paining me, you know? But listen, this journey has been, oh God, it's been, I'm not honestly speechless that often, but it really has been something that it's hard to kind of put into words. The amount of growth I've seen in myself, the way I've evolved, and the things I've experienced. My favorite thing about this is just how free you feel. You know that you can wake up tomorrow and be like, you know what, I want to go to Japan tomorrow. I want to go to China. Oh, I might do a side quest to Laos. You know, it's just the freedom. It's incredible, and you have experiences that people dream of having, and it's such a blessing that I'm so grateful that I put in the work to make this happen, and that I didn't let fear stop me from doing it, because here I am. I'm in Bangkok, and this time tomorrow I'll be in London. I can't believe it. Let's talk about some of my favorite moments. Koh Lipe, it really took my breath away. It really, really took my breath away. Koh Lipe was something, and that's where I spent my birthday, mind you. Greedy. It was really something incredible. It was definitely one of my favorite islands here. It was a small island, it had an intimate vibe, but it just had a nice energy to it. It was just beautiful. Everyone going to the same beach to watch the sunset, everyone going to the same walking street for dinner, the Yoo-hoo lady coming at the same time every day selling her donuts. And yeah, it was a really beautiful experience. I definitely sobbed that day of my birthday as I sat and the sun was setting, and it was so colourful. Every colour of the rainbow was present that day. It was incredible, yeah. Another favourite moment would be probably in Chiang Mai. I discovered this cute puzzle shop near to my guest house, and the guy that worked there, Tid, he owns the store. He was so lovely. You know, it was the start of rainy season. I was feeling a bit down that week, and you know, he made me feel so welcome. And I feel like that's what travel is. It's not just the places, it's the people. The people really make the place, you know. Well, he gifted me a chain that had a puzzle piece on it. I really felt like family by the end of it. I met his daughter. He was like, bring your mom next time. Oh, it was so cute, man. Another great memory is when I was in Comac, and I was like, oh, you know what, let's just do something different today. I decided to get on a boat to an island, a tiny little island opposite Comac, and I didn't research it beforehand. I was like, let's just go. Paradise. Oh my gosh, that place was so beautiful. Honestly, one of the most beautiful islands I've seen. For sure, hands down. It was absolutely gorgeous. But you know what? As I've had beautiful moments, I've also had really tough moments. This experience, I mean, solo traveling in general, I feel like really pushes you to grow. And it might sound cliche, whatever, but it really does, because you're completely alone and you're having to navigate every situation that comes your way all by yourself with no input. Like you're really living life with your chest. You're really living life like, these are the decisions I'm making. And that's something I was thinking the other day. I was like, wow, I've made bold decisions like on my own. You know, normally you have someone to be like, oh, do you think I should do this? Do you think oh, what do you think of? No. You're just out here winging life. You're just out here doing it on your own, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. In London, I feel like if you want to eat, if you want to shop, like everything is just on your phone. You can do everything. All of our go-to places to shop are online. And it gets to the point where you're not really participating in the real world. And even when you go and participate in the real world, the energy is not the same because everyone is just, like this. But here, it's not like that. Every time I step outside, there's something going on. There's a local selling fresh coconut juice, or there's an auntie at the side of the road making roti, slapping that dough on the table. Like, there's just always something going on, and I really just love it, man. I really love it. So the plan over the next 6 months, once I get back to London, we're back to hustle mode, back to grinding. The dream doesn't stop, and that was something that when I first booked the flight, I was like, oh, it's done, the life is over, oh my gosh, I have to go back to how I was living before. It's like, whoa, babe, we don't have to do all that. Take it easy, all right? Calm down, yeah? What it is a stopover, and this is part of the journey as well, because I always saw London, going back to London, as like, oh, if we have to go back to London, we've failed, which I worked through that, don't worry. It's just not the case. This is part of the journey. This is part of the process. Going back to London, having a reset, spending time with my family, getting the money up again, continuing to work on the business, and hopefully by the time we travel again, we're in more of a solid place where, all my ventures are generating more so that we can travel longer next time, or, we can actually settle and get an apartment somewhere, or, the dream is still going. We're still working hard, and yeah, I'm still going to be documenting how it is to integrate back into London life. That was something that I really was dreading and scared of for quite a while, was how is it going to feel going from this life to London life again, which isn't, for me personally, a lifestyle that I particularly enjoy as my day-to-day lifestyle. I like being somewhere that's warm all the time. You can dress for one climate, like no matter if it's rain or shine, I can wear my t-shirt. Do you know how good that feels? Do you know how good that is for your mental health? Even if it's raining, people are still outside, people are still happy. There's color, there's life, there's energy, there's kindness. And there's so much that you can do, even from Bangkok. You could take a day trip somewhere, you can be in nature, you can do a 6-hour drive and be on an island, so this is the sort of life I want to live. And you know what, to get to 226 days of traveling, I'm so proud of myself. Like, what? People don't just do that. That's not just a normal life. And I'm so proud of myself. I've overcome things that I was so worried about. Even just little things like, what if I have a gecko in my room? Oh, I have. Not only have I had geckos in my room, there was one night I got a glass, I caught it, and I took it outside. Took it for a walk. Yeah. I just, honestly, I'm just really, really proud of myself. Really proud of myself for everything that I've navigated through. And there's been some heavy times, some really heavy times where I've been dealing with personal things at the same time as still trying to create content and grow my business and plan travel logistics every week. And it's been a lot, but my gosh, it's been incredible. And I wouldn't have changed anything. I feel like I did the best that I could with the experience I had at the time, and now going on to my next digital nomad journey, I'll have more knowledge on like what I should do, what I shouldn't do, what works for me, what doesn't. The main takeaway is spend at least 3 months in one place. We know that one for sure. Again, if this is not a sign to just feel the fear and just go for it, then I don't know what is. I had so many like worries and anxieties, and I've overcome all of them. And not only that, but if I could, I would stay here longer, So yeah, it feels good to get to 226 days of traveling, and I'm not even at a place where I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to go home. Oh my gosh, get me out of here. No, I'm like, I could do this. I could do this. I see it. So don't listen to the people that are like, solo travel is overrated. Oh, full-time travel is this and that. That's fine. That's their personal experience. have your own personal experience, my dear. Have your own personal experience, because this is something that I can only, me, myself, and I, only we know what's gone down and how amazing this has been. And you know what? That's also something that's nerve-wracking for me, because I'm like, my horizons have expanded. My worldview is just so open, and I've learnt so much, not just about myself, but about the world, about countries I've traveled to, and normal conversation is not going to be stimulated for me anymore. Like, we need to be talking about exciting, interesting adventures, and I feel like I want to connect with people that are also really open-minded and have had really beautiful experiences or want to have them, you know, which is why I also have my female travel community, because it's for women who want to create connections with like-minded women, who want to create connections with other women who are also living a similar lifestyle or want to live that lifestyle, or just have the same mindset, you know? Anyway, I literally need to go to the airport now, so thank you so much for following along with this journey with me. I really appreciate it if you're here right now watching. And the grind doesn't stop, the journey doesn't stop, the dream is not over. We go back to London, we reset, we keep working, we keep pushing, and let's see where we're at in 6 months. I'm really excited for the future. Above everything, this trip has truly changed me and evolved me as a person, and it's been absolutely incredible. I'm so grateful for every moment, every country, every person I've spoken to, every experience I've had, every friend I've made, every moment I've pushed myself out my comfort zone. It's been amazing. So yeah. Anyway, if you're enjoying the vibes, you might as well go and subscribe, baby, because it's free. And I told you, not many things in life are free anymore. So take advantage of it.